Hello, and thank you for joining me on the mat today. This is class number 4 in our Where is the Beginning, or Begin at the Beginning course. I'm not completely sure what I should call it. And in my mind, this course is about knowing that you can begin anywhere, step by step, with the breath. It's just about beginning. However, this class is specifically about beginning in the middle of the body. So we'll be working on pelvic support, hip rotation, and hamstrings, which also affect the pelvis. But we're going to begin with a squatting sequence. Let me get the clock on. The squatting sequence is a fantastic way to check in. I want your feet as wide as your mat, your arms on the inside and your hands together. The feet are parallel and we're pressing down, and I want you to lengthen your spine. And what are we checking in on? We're checking in on the ankles, the knees, the hips, the extension of the spine. Now, if this doesn't work, you could put a towel under your heels, you could put some support under your bottom. There's always a way. You could even sit on something like a little chair or a milk crate just to come towards the squatting place. But eventually, we're down here with the feet parallel, the hips low, and the spine long. Take a breath with me. And now, bring your 10 fingertips down, rock forward and lift your heels. We want the 10 toes to be on the floor, and we want the toes to be in line. We're going to find the balance and bring the hands together. So now we're checking in with the balance, perhaps the movement in the toes, still the knees, and still the hips. Okay, let's bring the knees down to the floor. I'm going to show you that from the side. And keep some weight on your hands. We want to bring the hips down between the feet. So we're working on the flexion of the toes, the strength of the arches, the knees and the thighs. And we come from here to Virasana, where we sit between the feet. Now, you could sit on a block or 2, 3. The most important thing is that the middle of the heel lines up with the second toe, that the feet are pointing back, that the knees squeeze together. This is a fantastic place to sit where the pelvis is supported, quite neutral, and from that neutral pelvis we can extend the spine. Stack the fingers, bring the thumbs to touch, bring the hands into the lap, lift the chest, bring the shoulders back and down, and close your eyes for a moment. So we remove the sense of sight so that we can amplify how everything else feels. I want you to have your weight even over the left and the right sitting bone. I want you to scan your awareness through your body and notice if there's any particular parts where there's tension. And I want you to begin to breathe in and out through the nose. We work towards the Ujjayi breath, which is typified by an inhalation that equals the exhalation in length and intensity. It's a deliberate, even breath. And take one more breath. And bow the head. Bring the chin all the way down to the chest. Open your eyes, look into your hands, let the eyes focus. And inhale and lift your head. Okay, let's find these hips and hamstrings and the connection between the two. I want you to come on all fours first. And let's be clear that when the hands are on the floor, the fingers are spread. And right now, I want your wrists directly under your shoulders. Press the spine forward, but take the hips backwards. Yeah? We want to learn always to move in more than one direction. Anything that's touching is pushing. Yeah? So the hands are pressing, the knees are pressing, and the feet are pressing. Take a breath here. And then swing the legs to the side and bring them forward. Okay, so when we're working the legs, we're wanting to work the 360 degrees of the legs, so the whole of the legs. So sit here in Dandasana, extending the legs away, the fingertips are beside you. And lift the chest. We're looking for that same neutral pelvic action that you had while you were sitting. And I want you to reach the whole of the legs away. The whole of the legs, the front of the legs, the insides of the legs, the outsides of the legs, and the back of the legs. I want you to consider that the feet, there's two of them, have four corners, and you're reaching through the four corners of each foot. Okay, and I will remind you of that as we travel along. Cross your legs now, right leg to the outside. And can you still reach through the four corners of the feet? Bring your hands behind you and lean back. And let's consider the angle of the pelvis here. So as we lean back, we can say the pelvis is, the front of the pelvis is up and the back of the pelvis is down. We're nowhere near neutral. I want you to come onto your fingertips and walk yourself back to this neutral place. So we're already considering the hips. And move forward with the chest and tilt at the pelvis. Bring your 10 fingertips forward and don't be in a hurry to travel them forward. I want you to find this place where this pelvis is moving. You're using the hips to rotate the pelvis and then take this forward action. So we're stepping the hands forward. You're breathing in and breathing out. The hands are still shoulder width apart. You're breathing in and breathing out, and as much as possible, you're not hanging the head or holding the head up. You're extending through the head. You're hinging at the hips. Take a breath. We use an inhalation to lift. So lift the head, walk the hands all the way back. Lean back slightly, pick up the legs, put the left leg to the outside, dorsiflex the feet, so reaching through the four corners of the feet. Use the fingertips behind you just to give this pelvis a little bit of assistance in tilting, and then bring, again, the 10 fingertips forward. So we're slowly cueing the pelvis to move. And if it hasn't been moving like this in your life, it might take a little bit of time. So then walk the hands forward as far as you can, keeping the hands pressing down. The elbows are off the floor. The spine is lengthening. The hips are anchored backwards. The arms are straight, the hands are pressing down, breathing in and breathing out. Good, inhale, lift the head and walk the hands all the way back and extend those legs forward. I should have said you'll need 2 blocks and a belt. I want you to have 1 block and a belt right now. We're going to bend the right leg like Janu Sukhasana, take it out to the side, and I want you to bring the left foot, the block in front of the left foot. Okay, so I want you to learn and make sure that even when that left foot doesn't have something to press on, it reaches through the 4 corners of that feet. So we give it something to press on here in this forward fold. So the belt will go right on the other side of the ball of the foot. Oh no, maybe halfway down the belt. And as you push the foot onto the belt now, you're pulling, or the foot onto the block where you're pulling on the belt. So there's an even place that that foot can press on. You can bend your arms. I guess you could also hold the block. But I want you to really as your hamstrings are stretching, the back of your legs, I want you to be really considering how evenly you're using your foot on the block, pushing, and how much you can also get your quadriceps to lift up towards you, to move towards your pelvis. So moving in many directions, pushing the leg down. So we've got hamstrings, we've got pelvic rotation. So this is a combination of hips and hamstrings. Take another breath. And inhale, lift your head and come all the way up. Okay, let's switch sides. Bending the left leg, extending the right leg. We've got that block, giving our foot something really clear to press on. And again, you're going to hold the belt mid-block, or you're going to hold the block with your hands. And what's important is that we get that press with the foot. So it's pressing the whole, all the four corners of the foot, the inner seam of the leg. We're reaching the spine forward, but the hips are staying back. We're pressing the leg down. We're pulling the quadricep towards your pelvis, and we're pushing the foot away. The leg is moving, the 360 degrees of the leg is moving in many directions. The elbows are lifting, you're breathing. Checking in with your hamstrings and your hips. Lots of information here. Feel your foot on the block. Good, and take another breath. And inhale, lift your head and release. Okay, let's put the block and the belt to the side. And I want you to swing your legs behind you and come back onto all fours. And I want to be really clear that we've got the terminology for the pelvic rotation clear. Okay, wrists under the shoulders, hips over the knees, knees under the hips. And the pelvis can move. I want you to lift your sitting bones, and if you're unsure, have a look. This turns into a little back bend. We lift the chest and look over the eyebrows. So that's sitting bones lifted, And then do the opposite. Bring the chin down. Bring the sitting bones down, round the back. Sitting bones are down. And let's do that one more time. Sitting bones are lifting, and I would sometimes call this a dog tilt. Put your hips like down face dog. And then again, do the opposite, sitting bones down. And then stabilize. Find this place in the middle where the sitting bones are probably pointing straight back. Okay, so let's travel with that awareness. You're going to step back to plank. And so here where the sitting bones are not down and they're not up, there's somewhere in between where we're in neutral, like you were when you began in Virasana. Okay, lift the sitting bones to dog pose. And we're going to bend the legs. First dog pose, bent legs. That involves less of the hamstrings. Less length needed at the back of the legs. But I want you to be really clear that the sitting bones are lifting, and lift them as much as you can. I could also say rotate the pelvis as much as you can. And take a breath here. Straighten the legs, but keep the lift in the sitting bones and keep the heels in the air. So we're incrementally adding the work of the hamstrings. Good. And now slowly press the thighs back and begin to lower the heels. Don't just drop the heels. Make the work start at the top of the legs. The hip flexors still lift. The sitting bones still lift. And we push the thighs back. Don't be attached to getting the heels on the floor. Be interested in the length of the spine. Take a breath. So this capacity to bring the heels all the way down, rests not just in the hamstrings, but in the hips. Okay, so we're going to find pigeon. That's going to be our place to work to open those hips a bit more. Lift your heels, and let's get this first pigeon slowly sorted. You're going to pick up the right leg, bring those toes, right toes, to the outside of the left wrist. Okay, bring the right knee to the right arm. Yeah, so we're on an angle here. The foot is forward, the chest is lengthening, and the back leg is strong. And now we're going to slide that right knee down towards the wrist. Yeah, so there's work in the arms, and there's a place that you'll find that your hips will say, what will they say? Hello? Yeah, they'll say, wow, I'm surprised. Okay, no pain in the knees. The knee may not land all the way on the floor there. You might need to bring it back, but let's bring the left knee down, untuck the toes, and then come down towards the floor. Yeah, make any adjustments you need to. You could bring this foot in if it's too much, or you could leave the leg there, but I want you, more importantly, to have your elbows to the floor, your shoulders side by side, and your hips side by side. Again, it doesn't matter how far forward this foot is, it eventually is in line with the knee, but it's a process. Yeah, we're beginning by beginning. Lengthen the spine forward, sit into that outer hip. I often say that you'll learn to love pigeon. It's not always a love at first sight. Sit into it, lengthen the spine, take a breath. And then let's bring the hands down. Tuck the toes under at the back, push with the arms, lift the leg. We're back in plank pose. I want you to roll over your toes into up face dog. The knees are off the floor, the thighs are off the floor, and press back to dog pose. Heels are as close to the floor as they can be. You're breathing in and breathing out and lifting your sitting bones, rotating your pelvis. Using your arms and your legs, pressing your feet down evenly, even if the heels are not on the floor. Take a breath. And let's do pigeon on the left side. Lift the heels. We're going to bring the left toes to the outside of the right hand now. And the knee is to the elbow, and we're here squaring ourselves up, wiggling the back foot back. And we lower that knee just till the hips say whatever they say to you. And pause there. At this pause, we bring the knee down at the back, untuck the toes. Now, this left foot, the heel can come way towards your hip. We want to bring that left knee down. We want to keep the hips side by side. We need to find that place, and then we're bringing the elbows down. Bring the hands together. Don't clasp your hands tightly. We're here finding a release. Yeah, it's a very active release. Yeah, we're breathing in and breathing out. The left little toe side of the foot is pressing down. The spine is lifting. Breathing in. And breathing out. And let's take another breath. Again, bring the hands back to the mat, lift the chest, lift the front body. We're pressing to plank, whole body involved, pelvis neutral, over the toes, up face dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath. And one hand step at a time, I want you to walk back to your feet. The feet are hip width apart. And you're going to hold on to the back of your legs as close to the floor as you can. Hang the head. And let's again consider this rotation. We're wanting to lift the sitting bones up. Yeah, we're wanting to tip the pelvis to find the hamstrings. So it's hips and hamstrings, but your hamstrings will be giving you the most information. Now,
as well as pushing the feet down evenly, I want you to be pulling as though you're trying to pull the feet up off the floor. Yeah, so we find that that polarizing action, feet pushing down, arms pulling up, work in the back of the legs, sitting bones lifting. We're working strongly, but we need to learn to soften, one breath at a time. Take another breath. And bend the legs slightly. Walk the hands forward to plank again. Up face dog, roll over the toes. Downward dog. Take a breath here. And lift your heels. We're going to step that right leg forward. We'll bring the left knee to the floor for a lunge. So the hip flexors, yeah, very central to the body, very important in how they allow the pelvis to move. Okay, we want the back to be broad here. So let's bring the left finger to the left side of the hip and turn that left hip forward. Yeah, so that we're even at the back. We're pressing the hips forward. And I want you to push that right heel, I had to think about that, down into the floor. Yeah, it's not just resting, it's pushing. The buttocks are tucking under. We want the glutes to support the pelvis. Let's bring this left hand to the wrist so that the shoulders, it's a really easy place for the shoulders to be side by side. And then we press the hips forward. Yeah, we're pressing, when I say hips, you know, it's a very broad term. We're pressing the back of the hips forward, but the front of the hips are coming forward as well. Take a breath. We're lengthening from the knee all the way up. Good, okay, let's bring the hand down, hands, step back to plank. You could also drop into chaturanga. Inhale over the toes, up face dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath. Changing sides, lift the heels, look forward. We're going to step the left leg forward, right knee to the floor. Make sure that the ankle is under the knee. Push the foot down. Yeah, we're pressing the hips forward. We're going to take those right fingers, touch the right hip and turn it forward slightly. That'll take that right inner thigh back slightly so that we've got this space and this broadness across the back. Press the hips forward. Lengthen from the knee, the right knee all the way up. Tuck the buttocks under. Press the heel down. We want strength and range. Good. Take another breath. And then bring the hands down. Plank pose. Up face dog. And downward dog. Take a breath here. And let's walk back to your feet. Check in with your hamstrings. Then bring your hands to your waist and come all the way up. Okay, step your legs wide apart. And let's again consider the hips, and we could consider the insides of the thighs, the outside and the back. So turn the right foot around, push the left heel away, inner thighs in Trikonasana. Slide the right hand down. Have a look at the foot, make sure that the inner seam of the foot is pressing down, and turn your head to look up. Doesn't matter how far this hand is down, but we want the shoulders one on top of the other. This hand could also be on the waist. The hips press forward. Yeah, let's consider, what are we doing with the feet? We want the feet, all four corners of both feet, to push into the floor. We're working from the middle of the body. Good, take another breath. Inhale. Come all the way up and change sides. Keep the arms out, keep them extended. Push the right heel away. Trikonasana, left side. Check out that foot.
push it down. Lift the chest and look up. Shoulders one on top of the other. Can you find the four corners of both feet? Can you radiate your strength from the center of the body? Good. Take another breath. And inhale, come all the way up. Spin the feet around. One more hip. We're going to bend the right leg. You're off, mate. You're going to bring your bent leg, your fingertips, five right fingertips to the floor in front of the knee. Hand to the waist and turn. Let's take this arm over past the ear. So the hips press forward. The knee presses to the arm and we find again an opening in the hips. We're breathing in and breathing out. Can you stand the feet down as evenly as you can? So all four corners of both feet. Good. Take another breath. Keep the leg bent as you come up. Virabhadrasana 2. And let's change sides. Bend the left leg. I'll get it right this time. 5 fingertips on the floor in front of the ankle. Turn the chest. Take the shoulder back. Press the knee to the arm that's left and take that right arm over by the ear. Looking back through the armpit. Find your strength here. Press the four corners of both feet into the floor. Draw the navel back. Good. Take another breath. And again, keep the leg bent as you use your strength to come up. Nice. Turn the feet to parallel and let's slide the hands down the legs. Fold in, bring the head towards the floor. Squeeze the legs towards each other. If the head reaches the floor, good. If the head doesn't reach the floor, good. Can you find the four corners of each feet? That's your foundation. And breathing in and breathing out. Let's take one more breath. And then inhale, lift your head and your chest. Come all the way up, spin around over that right foot, bring the hands down, step back to plank. Inhale to up face dog. Exhale to downward dog. And let's settle in here. Press the hands down evenly. Lift the sitting bones, press the thighs back. So everything we do with our hips assists with the hamstrings. Everything we're doing with our hamstrings assists with our hips. It's all, I say it often, everything's leading to everything. Yeah, it's all about the practice, the noticing, the curiosity, one breath at a time. Let's take another breath. You lift your heels and bring your knees all the way down to the floor. Swing your legs forward. Okay, so I'd like you to cross your legs again like we did at the beginning. We're not finished, but I do like to check back in with something once we've travelled a road towards opening. So right leg to the outside, tip at the hips. I don't need to give you as much instruction. 10 fingertips and then hands reaching forward, spine long, probably less sensation in the hips. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, lift the head and walk the hands back. Let's lean back, change the cross of the legs, left leg to the outside, feet under the knees, tip forward. Yeah, so, you know, we keep cueing the body to work in a very similar way. Clear messages, breathing, opening, extending, noticing. Good, take another breath. And inhale, lift your head and walk your hands all the way back. Okay, extend the legs forward. And again, we're repeating Janasusasana A, take the right leg away. We started with a block, but I don't want you to use the block now. I want your foot to remember to reach through the four corners. We're going to walk forward. If the foot's within reach, hold it. Otherwise, hands are going to be flat. We're reaching the foot away, whether it's got something to touch or not. We want the head an extension of the spine. We're pressing the left leg down. We're moving in many directions, forward with the head, forward with the trunk, back with the hips, out with the knee. Take another breath. Inhale and lift the head and release. Let's extend that right leg forward, bend the left leg, Janasusasana A. Reach through the right leg, turn towards that straight leg, reach through the four corners of the feet. Let's keep the information. Hold the foot if it's there. Have the hands by the side if it's not. And then let's find all of the directions we're moving. We're reaching out through that left knee. We're pressing through the right leg. We're pressing the leg down. The spine lifts. Yeah, the quadriceps and the right leg are pulling up towards you, but the foot is reaching away through the four corners of the feet. You're breathing in and breathing out. Good, take another breath. And inhale, lift your head. And release. Let's extend that leg forward. Dandasana. Okay, let's bring the legs into Baddha Konasana. Yeah, soles of the feet together, knees apart, reach the knees away, lift the chest. And let's consider the hips yet again. So the inner groin, the inner hips are reaching out towards the knee. Yeah. We lift the spine, no pain in the knees. The feet are pressing upon themselves. The spine is lengthening. Okay, so we're going to extend the left leg to the side and bring that right leg in. Yeah, we're going to finish with a twist today. So we're going to turn over that bent leg. We lean back. You can either rest your elbow on your thigh or rest the elbow on the floor or reach the foot if it's there and rest the elbow on the floor. Okay, lift your chest. And let's pause here. We've got the right hand on the waist. There's a reaching out through the knee that will give you very nice space in the hip. Yeah? You could stay with this right hand on the waist, or you could take that hand over towards the little toe side of the foot. The arm could be in the air, or you're holding the foot. Now you're reaching through the four corners of that left foot, same instruction. Yeah, we're pressing the leg down. We're moving from the center of the body, breathing in and breathing out. Good, take another breath. And we'll reverse that. Keep that left leg strong. Take the right hand to the waist. Release the left foot and come all the way up. We'll come back to Baddha Konasana. Lift the spine again. And let's change sides. So the right leg goes out, left foot comes in. We're turning over the left foot. We're going to lean back, lean towards the right leg, rest on the thigh. You could stay there. You could bring the elbow to the floor, or you could hold the foot. The chest lifts, we rotate the spine. The left hand could stay on the waist, or it's going to come all the way over. Yeah, it could stay in the air or hold the little toe side of the foot. So now we're reaching the left knee away. We're reaching through the four corners of the right foot. The chest is lifting. We're breathing in and breathing out. Let's take another breath. And we'll reverse it. So let go with the left hand, bring it back to the waist. And then let go with the right hand, bring it into the middle. And come all the way up. Let's come back to Baddha Konasana one more time. Lift the spine. Okay, you deserve a fantastic Shavasana. So let's do that. I want you to come around and lie on your back. We're going to do one thing before you lie in Shavasana. So lie on your back with your legs bent. Press your elbows down and lift your hips. Yeah, I want you to press your feet down, engage your buttocks, stretch your neck as you do this, push your elbows down. Squeeze to the midline. And then as we come down, I want you to lift your heels and tuck under. So tailbone's coming up. We bring the upper back down first, then the middle back, then the lower back. And then extend the legs all the way along the floor. Bring the hands down, palms face up, toes reach out. Close your eyes. Settle in here. This is from Donna Farey's book called Bringing Yoga to Life, and the chapter's called The Inner Teacher. When we open ourselves to receive teachings, it is as if we have filled a huge pot with many nourishing ingredients. We fill it with raw onions and vegetables, lentils and ghee, and tasty spices. But none of these raw materials can be digested and assimilated until melded together by the heat of the fire and by slow cooking. When we start practicing, it's as if we light a fire under ourselves. This fire brings the deep essence of the teachings to the surface. Just as a rich stew, once eaten and digested, becomes part of our body. When we practice, the teachings become a part of us. So let go of any stories that have come into your mind. Let go of your expression. Let go of holding onto your arms. Let go of your legs. Let go of controlling your breath. And keep bringing your mind back right here, this moment, this breath, this feeling. If you find yourself thinking, just encourage the mind to come back to notice the rhythm of your breath. Good boy, sit down. Breathe more deeply now. Draw the breath all the way to the top of the chest. Exhaling completely. Check in with how you feel. Slowly move your fingers and your toes. And on your next inhalation, raise your right arm over your head out of the way, bend up your left knee and roll carefully to the right side. Take a breath there. And then press yourself up, come to a comfortable seated place, bring your hands together, close your eyes again. And as you breathe in, bring your thumbs to your forehead. May your thoughts be peaceful. Thumbs to your lips. May your words to yourself and to others be kind. Thumbs to your heart center. May your heart be filled with love. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me on the mat today. At the beginning, not at the beginning. I hope you feel fantastic and that this opening of the hips and the hamstrings really makes you feel fantastic. So thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you soon.